So Gary, in having conversations with hundreds of physicians, what we've learned is, firstly, they're under extreme time pressure every single day. There is not enough time in the day for them to do everything they want to do with patients. And two, they're getting tons of inquiries now about all things longevity. And they want to learn about these things, but they don't have the time to invest to figure out all of what's going on in a nascent, highly dynamic space. It's got a bunch of information that's simple for them to understand, but just too much information. And so what we've set out to do with EverMe is solve exactly those two problems.
Yeah, so first it's the who. Who are the subject matter experts? So we have just under 20 criteria where we surface who those experts are. Then we vet them with a steering committee of experts, and then we iterate. So now we have the who, and then we move to the what. So of those experts, we have dozens of criteria based on multiple frameworks on what research actually meets the threshold to be included in our bolus of information. And then once we have that information, we vet that, we calibrate that, and we iterate it once again with that steering committee. Because really what you want the who, you want the what, and then the how and the why is about the citations. How do we deliver this? And the why is, how are we going to connect with our clients? What's the framing? And that's how we bring it all together.
So once we have that very high quality database that's dynamically self-building and self-replicating now, right? We're curating experts dynamically, and those algorithms themselves are very complex. Once all that exists, how do we then make it useful for physicians and patients?
Well, that's where the nuance comes in. You know, what do clients really care about? What do physicians want to know? They want to know what the pros are. They want to know what the opportunity costs, the cons. They want to know some considerations. They want to know the debates. They want to know what's actionable. Like, what should I be doing? Really, it gets down to changing behavior. You know, for example, I just had a new baby. And trust me, you learn a lot about babies as a new father. And I'm even talking about diaper creams, diaper creams, suntan lotions. I want to reduce the amount of toxins my baby's exposed to. So that's one of those conversations where who do you trust? There's so many biased opinions out there that I want a place where I can just know what's good and what's not great for my baby.
Yeah, this is a huge problem, Gary. And I think it starts with, how do we figure out who are the researchers, experts that we want to follow? How do we figure out who's credible and who's not? Who's independent and who's not? And once you have that, now you can start to put together content that truly is independent. And you can put all the research together using AI, as we do with the EverMe AI, and get to a place where you are saving people tons of time, giving them independent, credible research, synthesized, and saving them a bunch of time. That's what I want to know.
That's where we come in to make that more of a straight line for the physician.
And this whole package to me makes it a lot more accessible. All things longevity become more accessible for the medical layperson, for the active health explorer that's keen to go down this journey. And that creates a whole new business opportunity for physicians. There's a revenue opportunity across all of this that physicians can be teed up to take advantage of.